Sleep hypnosis for returning to your origin. Before we begin, please make sure you're in a safe place where you can fully relax and allow yourself to drift. This session is designed to guide you into deep relaxation and hypnosis. So do not listen while driving or doing anything that requires your attention. And now, just by being here, you've already begun. Close your eyes and allow the body to begin settling in its own way. There's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to force, because the deeper mind already understands how to let go. And as you notice the breath, just observing, as if it's happening all on its own. You may begin to sense that something is already shifting. And the body may begin to feel different, heavier or lighter or drifting. And you don't need to decide, because the subconscious already chose before you noticed. And as the body continues to soften, you might begin to notice that the version of you that's been holding everything together, holding the roles, the expectations, the patterns, is beginning to fade slightly into the background. Not disappearing, just becoming less necessary. And something else, something quieter, something older, begins to come forward. Not something new, but something that has always been there. Before the roles, before the stories, before the need to become anything. And you don't need to search for it, because the moment you stop searching, it begins to reveal itself on its own. And as that happens, there may be a sense that you are moving, not physically, but inward, deeper, toward something that feels familiar, even if you can't explain why. And somewhere in that quiet depth, there is a place where you existed before you learned who to be. A place before identity, before expectations, before the world told you what you are. And as you arrive there, you may notice there is nothing to prove, nothing to fix, nothing missing. Because here, you are not becoming yourself. You are experiencing the origin of yourself. And in this place, there is a kind of truth that doesn't need words, doesn't need validation, doesn't need effort. It simply is. And as you remain here, you may begin to notice that everything you thought you needed to become whole was built on top of this, not instead of it. And the more you rest here, the more something begins to reorganize on its own. Old patterns, old identities, old tensions don't need to be removed because they begin to dissolve when they are no longer held in place. And you don't need to let them go, because the version of you that was holding them is no longer as present. And what remains is something simpler, quieter, truer. And from this place, a new understanding begins to form, without effort, without thinking, that who you are has never been broken, never been lost, never needed to be fixed, only covered. And now, without trying, without forcing, those layers begin to fall away, naturally, easily, on their own. And the more they fall away, the more you return, not forward, but back to the origin of yourself. And as you rest here, the mind can drift, the body can sleep, and this deeper part of you continues to integrate, to reorganize, to remember. And everything that needs to happen will happen automatically, without effort, even after this ends. Because once something is remembered at this level, it doesn't need to be relearned. And now you can simply rest, drift, sleep, and allow this to continue exactly as it should.